Paraná. Which Brazil is this? Imagine yourself visiting a state that is larger than countries like Uruguay, Greece, Austria, and Portugal. A state blessed with lush nature, with waterfalls, mountain ranges, canyons, islands, a huge river basin, the heart of the Atlantic forest at one end, and one of the 7 wonders of the natural world at the other. A state whose strategic location makes it a communications and business corridor for the South, Southeast, and Midwestern regions of Brazil, as well as for other countries in South America and Mercosur. A state that has grown respecting the peoples who already lived here, while welcoming people from all over Brazil and the world. A state that was able to follow its own path, and that from the yerba mate and coffee cycles, which were milestones in its history, has surged ahead. It has transformed itself into Brazil's largest producer of clean hydroelectric power, created a rich and diversified economy in all areas of industry, distributed in development hubs spread throughout the state, and taking care to neutralize impact at each stage of the production process. All this connected by a modern highway network. A railroad that crosses the state from west to east. A port that is a point of reference in Brazil. 39 airports. And a smart electromobility system that connects the state from end to end. A state that, based on partnership and cooperation among people, became Brazil's largest meat and grain and pulse producer, as well as Brazil's largest organic food producer. With good practices, production records in various areas, and above all, a lot of respect for the people who produce this wealth. A state with cities that are models of quality of life in Brazil. A state capital overflowing with culture, art, history, and innovation, whose growth is supported by the knowledge produced in numerous universities, and whose companies are points of reference not only in production, but also in social responsibility. But above all, a state that accepts its commitment to the future. A future that is present in the explosion of innovation and technology companies, startups, unicorn companies, and technology innovation hubs. A future planned in the pursuit of development that is vigorous but balanced, strong but sustainable. A future that is guaranteed by the clean and renewable energy it produces, and by the alternative energy sources in which it invests for its agriculture and industry to grow. A future supported by Brazil's largest conserved Atlantic forest area. And in concrete activities like Greener Paraná, reforesting, replanting, restoring nearly 2,000 hectares, recovering the native forest that was lost, protecting rare species, conserving and multiplying the living things in our rivers. A future that manifests itself in the multiplication of knowledge, opportunities, perspectives, and more than ever, in the strength of cooperative work. A future driven by vigorous tourism, with natural wonders and new paths, trails, waterfalls, cities, itineraries full of adventure, nature, culture, and history. When you discover a place like this, a different Brazil, with such force, such beauty, such balance, and such a future, you'll only be able to say one thing. Wow. Paraná. Wow. All around.